Welcome back to Provo, Utah. College football primetime presented by Hulu. The Museum of Paleontology pretty quiet on a Friday. Most everybody's inside LaVell Edwards Stadium. We start half number 2, playing for the old wagon wheel, BYU and Utah State. The Aggies to get the ball to begin the second half, and it is going to be brought out. All the way across the 20 comes Bright, and that's where Utah State will begin. Glad you could share part of your Friday night with us for Provo. We got Q down on the field. It's John Kajimi, out Mark Neely. For the first 20 minutes of this game, Utah State dominated as much as you could dominate a game.
They were able to use their tempo offensively, good field position, and I think Jordan Love was the catalyst of that offense. He was able to find open wide receivers, use a little bit of the running game. He was 10 of 15 for only 93 yards, but 2 touchdowns. He stretched the field. He had a long of 40, so he did everything he needed to do from the pocket.
Love on first down, taking a deep shot, and his man's got it. No, drops out of the hands of Jordan Nathan. And Utah State misses a chance for a big play on the first play of the second half.
And that's great protection, and Nathan's going to run right by Austin Lee, the safety, and this is one that you dream about. You're streaking down the field, and it's right on your fingertips. You almost catch it once, twice, the third time, and it drops harmlessly to the turf.
Got to be a big sigh of relief on the BYU sideline for now anyway. Here's the handoff to Thompson. Oh, Thompson powers his way across the 30 all the way to the 32, and that run is good for a first down.
Mark, that's the strength that Quint was talking about earlier. We saw the vertical, we saw the squats, and he's just running through arm tackles. That's not going to be good enough to bring down Thompson.
15-yard run for Thompson. It's another opportunity here off left tackle. And he'll gain close to 4 up to the 35. Stopped by Matt Hadley. Zane Anderson, who that's been one of the bright spots for BYU. They didn't know how much he could play. He missed the last couple of games. He's been in there for most of the football game. Sling it out to Tarver, who has a touchdown catch tonight. He lowers his shoulder enough for the first down up to the 44.
Well, this reminds you a little bit of how Utah State offensively started the football game. A little bit more momentum, ball getting spread out, sprinkle in the running game, and keeping BYU off balance defensively.
Nathan may have had the drop a few plays ago, but he had a nice block on the edge there to help Tarver get some extra yardage in the first down.
Success enables tempo. This is a team that wants to snap the ball in 10 seconds. Even with a nice little lead here, first down success lets them go rapid fire.
With a high snap, Love will put in the belly of Darwin Thompson once again. He's trying to push that pile all the way to midfield. Sione Taki. That versatile linebacker can really play any of those spots for the Cougars.
If we're mentioning his last name a lot, that means BYU is having some success, because he's wherever the football is, Taki's going to find it. A little bit more deliberate for Utah State in their offense here in their approach of the third quarter.
Love finds his man. That's Aaron Vaughn. First down to the 44 of the Cougars. And Taki does make the tackle, but they move the sticks.
Timing and ball position by Jordan Love beats good coverage there and moves the chains for the Aggies.
Again, the deliberate look to the sideline. We got Terrell in there as the tight end on the right side of the formation. Dax Raymond, the starting tight end, was having his right hand looked at late in that first half. There's another run, breaking through. Thompson! It's a race. Thompson stumbled a bit, and then he gets pulled down from behind at the 15 by Michael Shelton. 29-yard run.
Thompson only needs a small crease, and that's all there was off the right side, and he's able to navigate his way down the field. He just gets tripped up around the 20-yard line, and he stumbles inside the 15, but that's an excellent job of using his vision and then turning on the jets when he gets to the second level.
After that run, Thompson comes out. Bright reinserted in the backfield. There's the night for Thompson. He's averaging over 7.5 yards per carry. Give to Bright. Uses a stiff arm to the outside. Inside the 5. Stepped out before the pylon. In fact, they're going to mark him out. Let's see, at about the 2.
Here comes some tempo now. Utah State wants to snap this football in a hurry.
Wow, I don't think he stepped out until he stepped out right near the pylon. Need a flag at the snap.
False start, number 76, offense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
We'll tackle Roman Andrus.
Bright's going to look like he stays in bounds here with that right foot and left foot. Reaches for the pylon. It looks like that ball gets inside the pylon while he was still airborne. From Utah State, I might want to take another look at that one.
Well, since the penalty pushes him back now, 1st and goal at the 7. So the play goes on, so it's a moot point now. The run with Thompson back in the game doesn't go far. Stopped shy of the 5 by Butch Pau.
Dax Raymond, tight end, back in the game in the right slot. You can see he's got his right hand heavily bandaged.
Yep, he's down at the bottom. You're right, Quint. You can see the blood that was wiped off of his pants and jersey in that first half as he motions across to the left side of the formation.
Raymond 1 catch for 7 yards in the first half. On 2nd and goal, throws to the end zone, a tumbling catch, and touchdown, Jalen Green. And Utah State, first possession of the second half, marches down the field and finds the end zone.
That makes a statement. Play action to the wide side, come back, find a throwing lane, and throw a strike to Jalen Green, who cradles the football in the back of that end zone. That's exactly the way they played offense in the first quarter.
And all Coach Satake can do right now is just shake his head. It's been that kind of night so far for BYU. Dominic Eberle's point after makes it 28-7. Utah State after Green's 2nd touchdown catch of the season. We do have a flag on the point after.
Offside, number 19. The penalty is declined. The try is good. Timeout.
Well, we told folks, John Kajimi at the top, you got to watch out for Jordan Lev. He has a career high 3 touchdown passes tonight. Utah State leading big. Utah State takes away any momentum if BYU had some momentum going into the half. The Green touchdown catch, and they're up 28-7. Looking like they played offensively early in that first half.
Well, it was definitely a statement drive coming out. They made some adjustments, went back to some of the play calls early in the game, and it worked just as it did in the first 15 minutes.
Defoe will take from the 2, 20, 25, a flag. Eberle, the kicker, was the one that took Defoe out of bounds. But let's see about the flag from referee Kevin Boitman.
During the return, holding number 41 on the return team. Half the distance to the goal line. First down.
Hey, Q, what was on Kalani Sitake's mind at the half?
Optimism and a hopeful approach to the second half based on what he saw in the last 8 minutes or so of that second quarter. But unfortunately, Utah State scores in their opening drive. And to make matters worse for the BYU head coach, they'll be without in the second half. You'll see a lot more Lopini Katoa, number 4.
I think your mic may cut out there for a moment, Quint, but yeah, Squally Canada out. Here's a throw on first down, and wide open at the 30. Bushman all the way up to the 46. And a good offensive play on their first play of the half for the BYU offense, a gain of 32.
Well, that'll get you out of the shadow of your own goalpost, but without Squally Canada, they lose that in between the tackle runnings. That's the play right there. His head gets hit hard on the turf. You can see his helmet go down face first. He came off the field after that, did not return. And as Quinn said, Katoa is going to have to carry the load at the running back spot in this second half.
And Canada 3 carries. You saw the last carry that he had for the night for -1 yard. Mangum being chased and lets it fly down the sideline, straddling the sideline, but incomplete for Dallin Holker. Tipa Nalea, who had the pick 6 in the first half from Mangum, was the one that was chasing Mangum that time.
He was coming with a high rate of speed in that offensive backfield, forced the throw and flushed Tanner Mangum out of the pocket. This is a defense for Utah State, only giving up 24 yards on the ground on 12 rushes so far into this second half, and on the season are averaging close to 190 yards giving up on the ground. So this is a team that's done a great job of winning that battle at the line of scrimmage.
Katoa, a flag after about a 3-yard gain.
Holding, number 67, offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay second down.
That tackle, Brady Christensen, called for the hold.
Christensen's here. That's where he's going to get the hole coming down. Off the ball, double team. He's got in pretty good position, but there's the left hand. Once that defender tries to get outside of the frame, that left hand, you got to let go at some point.
Christensen, a redshirt freshman. Guy that his coaches say has really exceeded expectations up to this point. Katoa motioned out. Mangum, his throw is a strike and a throw to the 38, but immediately brought down there after the catch, Dax Mill. Cameron Hanley, number 6, with the tackle.
I think if you're Utah State defensively, you want to make sure you keep everything in front of you. There hasn't been a lot of big plays other than the pass interference plays down the field that have hurt you defensively.
Yeah, but as you say, John, if you're Utah State, do you think that BYU is going to have a 10 or 12 play drive to score?
They've only shown one of those so far, and it was aided by penalties.
So on 3rd and long this time, Mangum incomplete for Hefo. DJ Williams on the coverage. 4th down.
That's exactly what the Aggies wanted to do defensively after a big score by their offense. Come out, get the football back to the playmaker at quarterback in Jordan Love. And I know head coach Matt Wells happy about the start of the defense. He was unhappy with all the penalties, the way they ended that first half.
That drive for BYU started well with the pass and catch for Bushman, but then it stalls. And forced to bring Red Alman out for the punt. Their catch taken at the 17 by Jordan Nathan. Redshirt sophomore Jordan Love already has a career high 3 TD passes.
ESPN College Football, brought to you by Pizza Hut, official pizza of college football. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Gerald Bright, Ronquavian Tarver, Jalen Green all have touchdown receptions tonight. 3 TD passes for Jordan Love. What's been your impression, John, of the redshirt sophomore tonight?
I think he's been most impressive of taking what's there and not being too greedy down the field. You can see the ball disbursement below 10 yards. He's letting his athletes catch the football in space and then do something with it. And the 3 touchdowns, he's been accurate in the red zone.
Second possession of the second half for Utah State. They marched down the field and found the end zone on their first drive of the half. Bright gives it to Vaughns. They reverse it. He's across the 35, 40, and all the way up to midfield. Spun around there. Not down until he hits the 46-yard line of BYU. Aaron Vaughn's refused to be tackled. 36-yard gain.
Just a well-designed play, getting your playmakers in space. Aaron Vaughn's is going to cut outside, then he cuts back to the inside. This is good deception in the backfield, and then using that athleticism and speed along the rail.
He was 20 yards into that run before he even got touched.
That's right.
One's going to hand off to Bright. And Bright, first down at the 37, 38-yard line. Gains 8 on first down.
Tough running backs between Thompson and Bright. Small in stature, 5'8" and 5'9", but they're both very physical and deliver the blow at the end of the run.
Or Gerald Bright bounced off one tackler, but he'll have a first down to the 33. Sione Take with another tackle for the BYU defense. Well, BYU, after this game, they're midway through their season.
That's right.
This is game 6 for them.
And this was a big statement game for them to really propel them for the remainder of their season. And I know it's very frustrating right now for Kalani Sitake to be able to get his guys going. I mean, it's 28-7, clock's winding down in the third quarter, and all the momentum on the Aggie side.
Love towards the end zone, deflected, broken up right at the last moment. He was going for Vaughn's, but Michael Shelton took it away at the last moment.
Well, there's pressure inside that forces Jordan Love to his right, and all he has to do is throw this football. There's the pressure from Taki from the middle, and all he has to do is elevate this football, and it's 6 points. The receiver was waiting. Vaughn's was waiting inside the 5-yard line. It's the first one he's really been off the mark all night.
3rd and 7. Thompson in as the back.
They're going to have to go here. We'll call timeout.
Down to 2. Got it off just in time. Love fires into the arms of Thompson.
Wow.
And he has the first down.
That is strength, that is talent, and that is great athletic balance on the outside. This should have been a 5-yard gain. Watch the yards after first contact. 2 arm tackles, 3, and gets out of bounds, and more importantly, moves the chains.
Right back to Thompson, straight ahead, a hurdle. It's going to be 1st and goal, Utah State. Wow.
There's part of that 40-inch vertical right there. Coming right at you, just exploding in the air.
Right over the top of Troy Warner. Thompson trying to finish his drive off, but he's stymied that time. This kid is 5'8".
He's strong.
200 pounds.
Well, they've got the bait out there. Thompson's seen the football. I wouldn't be surprised if Jordan keeps this on a zone read run.
Look to the sideline, a look to the wristband.
They've been very efficient in the red zone tonight.
Love gives it up. Thompson. And Zach Dawn, 99, gets to the edge to pull him down.
Seems like the Aggies up front just wearing on BYU on that offensive and defensive line. Doing a good job of moving people against their will, and Love's been just good enough dispersing the ball, keeping him off balance.
3rd and goal. Tell you what, if they don't score here, John, you think they're going for it on 4 count?
Why not?
Yeah,
they got all the momentum.
Exactly. Going to take a fade into the end zone. Tarver. Touchdown, his 2nd touchdown reception of the night. Fourth touchdown pass for Jordan Love.
Just great execution coming out in his 3rd quarter. by this Utah State offense. Running it, throwing it, moving the pocket, and frustrating BYU all night long.
Well, early in the game, the Utah State offense had that swagger like, hey, you can't stop us. That's momentum kind of went away briefly late in the second quarter, but it's back right now. Can BYU stop them?
All the momentum on Utah State's side. Tarver at 6'3", a big frame on the outside, and 4 touchdowns for Jordan Love.
Tomorrow on ABC, a big one in the Big Ten East. Jim Harbaugh, number 14, Michigan. They host Maryland at the Big House. Noon Eastern on ABC. Also live on the ESPN app, so you can watch it anywhere you want to go. College football presented by Walmart's.
Michigan's led by their defense. They do a great job. They're #1 ranked defense in total defense. And then offensively for Maryland, they have speed, rushing yards per game, 10th in the FBS. So they match up really well on the field. And for Michigan, the next 3 games after Maryland, Wisconsin, at Michigan State, and Penn State at home. They better get it done tomorrow.
Yeah. Tomorrow looks like to be one of those something's got to give.
Yeah. Jim Harbaugh's got his work cut out for him here tomorrow at the Big House, and then the big 3 in a row.
35-7. Utah State leading BYU for the old wagon wheel. Ifo takes a knee. It'll come out to the 25. It'll be interesting to see how BYU approaches this offensively. Will they try to pick up the tempo? I mean, heck, they're down 4 scores right now.
Well, I would think you'd have to step on the gas. You know, you're down 35-7, and Coach Sitake's not used to losing as a player to Utah State. 1-1 his record as a head coach. They need to get it going and get it going fast with 4:55 left to go in this third quarter.
Mangum take a deep shot on first down. Hefo had a step on, incomplete at the 25. 2 defenders there, Matthew Hadley.
And it looked like Ingram may have got a hand on it at the end, but it did hit the shoulder of Hefo. And this is just a heave by Tanner Mangum. First down, I love the call. It looked like Ingram may have gotten a hand on that football, and Hefo was just selling out. If that ball's just out in front, this might be a catch inside the 30-yard line. And as you said, we're 2 against 1 in front of the Utah State bench.
But I think you're right. Ingram right at the last fraction of a second got that right hand in. Well, Hefo might have had that, and that would have been a huge play for BYU. Mangum surveying, looking. Where's he going to go with it? He's going to let one fly deep and caught at the 30. Talon Shumway. First catch of the game for Shumway, and it's good for 46 yards.
Well, let's credit Tanner Mangum. He's able to keep this play alive. There's pressure in the pocket. He's able to use his feet, use that off arm, and then heave the football down the field. Pressure by Rockamore gets him to the ground, but Shumway's able to catch this rainbow down the field. Now they've got instant field position at the 29-yard line.
Longest offensive play of the game for BYU that goes for 46. Here's the pitch. Katoa falls forward to about the 23. Was wrapped up by linebacker Jontrell Rockamore.
Exactly what Brigham Young needed offensively. They needed a spark. They needed one of those explosive plays. Now they need to finish, and they need to finish quickly. It's 35-7, 3:47 and counting in the third quarter. A lot of time left, but you want to make sure that you finish this drive with 7 points.
Mangum motioning after Simon went into the slot up top. Mangum looks. Is there going to be a flag? You bet. Bushman. And the PI in the end zone, Aaron Wade, and I think he was the one who made the contact first.
Pass interference. Number 4, defense. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
And you know, Mark, Wade sees this pass the entire time. He times his jump perfect, but instead of going vertically, he goes into the receiver. And that's an easy call for the official. Just if he goes up vertically, he's going to be in position to go over the top of Bushman.
It was like he was playing center field, and he just took the wrong angle towards the ball.
Right, Quinn? If he goes up top vertically instead of going into Bushman, he's going to be able to make a play on the football.
First and goal from the 9. Mangum picked. Oh man, Shumway is the intended receiver, man. Jamarcus Ingram.
That's how you play defensive back. You go through the receiver with great timing and put a hand on the football. That's excellent defense on the edge. That was perfect. Great job by Jamarcus Ingram.
Looked like it was going to be picked. It didn't look like it may get caught.
That's right.
And it was broken up. Mangum chased out of the pocket, throws to the end zone. He's got his man there. Touchdown. Dylan Collie. Collie, who's a transfer from Hawaii. His family's got a lot of ties to BYU, but he has his first BYU touchdown reception.
Great movement in the pocket in this second half by Tanner Mangum. He's done a nice job of being able to be elusive and be able to keep plays alive. Really accurate on the run, throws a strike to the right corner to Collie for 6 points. Excited on that sideline, both quarterback and wide receiver.
His dad, Scott, his brothers Austin and Zach all played at BYU, and he's a grad transfer from Hawaii and has just picked up his first touchdown reception for the Cougars. Skylar Southland point after hits the upright, no good. Been that kind of night for the Cougars. But, John, they did find the end zone for a second time.
Well, they respond, and they respond behind their senior quarterback. He's able to find a receiver in Dylan Collie and shorten that deficit.
Welcome back to Lavelle Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. The battle for the old wagon wheel. Game that's been dominated by Utah State. They lead at 35-13. BYU just scoring their second touchdown of the game. Missed extra point keeps it 35-13.
That was their most aggressive drive of this game for sure. They were able to push the ball down the field, threaten Utah State in that secondary, and then credit Mangum. He was able to keep plays alive tonight and move outside the pocket with big plays.
Bright from the 5. Hit at the 20, dropped it to 21. Well, that touchdown for BYU. Matt Wells, the head coach of Utah State, was not happy on that touchdown, and there's a reason why. He feels his nose tackle, Christopher Ungo, was basically tackled on this play.
Well, he was lined up right in the center, and he's going to split. You're going to see the tackle come back, but it's down the middle where he's going to be able to be free, and it's a double team. You're able to come back here, and he's tugged from behind. It looked like James Empey was the guy, the center, that tugged him down from behind, and that's why the head coach was upset.
Love. He slings it out of bounds. Gets it past the line of scrimmage. Trajan Peely, number 52, got in the face of Jordan Love. Wells trying to get off to a 4-1 start. It would be the best start for Utah State under Matt Wells.
I can see why they're so explosive offensively. It's just that you can't key on one player. The ball goes everywhere.
Love faked it towards Thompson and throws for Terrell, but a little high and incomplete.
John, it'll be interesting to see how Jordan Love manages clock and score, manages the lead right here. He's only a sophomore. He's taken quantum leap forward from his freshman year. And his ability this season to check out of bad plays is what David Yost mentioned to me pregame. He says he really knows what he's seeing now. He look at the wristband. Yost will give him a choice of 2 or 3 plays, and he's been picking the right one.
Well, he's smart enough to handle it in shotgun and get guys in the right position.
We'll hand off to Darwin Thompson. He'll be stopped at the 25 by Sione Take, who's nearing double-digit tackles in this game. 4th down.
We mentioned the 5th-year senior linebacker, Take. He's played all 3 positions on defense for the Cougars, and tonight he's been moved around from outside to inside. He's done a nice job finding the football.
High, shorter punt that's going to land right near the sideline at the 38. So BYU will get possession, but let's go back to the last drive, the touchdown for BYU.
Well, here's Colley. He's just going to run the deep out route, a little bit of a short corner, and he allows himself back outside. It gives a huge window for the quarterback to throw the football there. So excellent route by Colley there.
There's Colley lining up here on the boundary side. This drive begins at the 38 for BYU, and Mangum comes off the screen. Katoa fumbles forward to the 41. Devon Anderson able to get a hand on him. You mentioned the Colley family. Dad Scott, brother Zach and Austin. And now Dylan adds to the career reception list for the Colley family at BYU.
Well, he gets to put a touchdown somewhere on that graphic, right? He's proud of that. Terrific job of finding space in the end zone and getting into a position where Tanner Mangum could deliver the football.
That's Colley in motion. Mangum out to Dax Milne. He'll have a first down up to midfield for the Cougars. Wrapped up by Jamarcus Ingram.
Starting to get the feel like I had in the first half, where Utah State dominated the first quarter and Brigham Young tried to get back into the football game. They're trying to get back into this football game with 1:20 left to go before the 4th quarter starts. They're having more success in the passing game, and I really think Tanner Mangum's doing things I didn't think he could do. He's moving around, he's finding ways to stay on the field. But I think they got to still pick it up. Down 35-13. A little bit more urgency in this offense.
Mangum spun around by Rockamore, throws downfield, incomplete. In the direction of Bushman. He took a shot from Jontrell Rockamore to Tanner Mangum.
And he was able to stay away from a negative play. That could have been a big-time loss there on first down, where you don't want to have a negative play the way they've played offense. He slides away from the would-be sack and throws the football away. So an excellent job of awareness and frustration from Rockamore at the end of that play.
Mangum steps up, fires under through Shumway, but he is able to slide down and make that catch at the 34.
Terrific job of scanning the field by Mangum. He wanted to throw to his right. He comes back and throws that short dig route, the in-cutting route to the wide side of the field. Good quarterbacks will be able to get off of the front side, come back, feel that safety is gone, and throw a catchable ball to the backside.
17-yard reception for Shumway, his second catch of this half. I think the jet sweep going to the end zone for Shumway. It's underthrown, and then Shumway really became the defender, as DJ Williams was the one who went up strongest for that. The cornerback incomplete.
I think the corner, DJ Williams, thought that ball was going to come down a little sooner than it did. He broke on the football and was in great position for the interception. Mangum's going to give his opportunity, his offensive guy, Shumway, an opportunity. But both guys really misplayed the football.
Yeah, they did. It carried a lot farther than each anticipated. That's almost the case if Shumway had just backed off.
He would have scored.
He could have caught that ball. Looks to be the final play. Loose football. And Rockemore gets his revenge. A few plays ago, he missed a sack opportunity on Mangum. This time, a strip
The
sack,
result
the
of the
turnover.
play is a fumble recovered by the defense. First down, Utah State.
Just when you thought BYU was going to have that momentum they were trying to find in this second half, Rockemore, he's the guy on the spot at
That is the end
linebacker
of
with
the
a
third
big
quarter.
turnover to head into the fourth quarter.